So how do we approach back squatting? What's the best way to kind of get prepared for the day if you know that it's on the docket for the day in terms of, your workout? I'm always going to like to go through the same sequence. I don't know if anybody plays golf or maybe you're at the gun range. Going through the same setup, the same sequence all the time is a great way to build confidence. It's a great way to build routine and repetition into the movement. And it's a great way to progress your quality of movement. So every time I got back squats, I'm going to take a little bit of time to warm up, get my heart rate elevated, stretch out a little bit, find some areas that feel tight, and I'm going to just work on those for 5 or 10 minutes. And then I'm going to approach the barbell. Get set up. I'm going to get set up so that barbell is like right across the sternum. That's where I want my J-cup set up at. From there, I'm going to go ahead and start moving through some ranges of motion. I'm going to go ahead and do some, I don't know if they're called like baby makers or what the hell they're called, but basically a Romanian deadlift into a squat. I'm going to go through 3 to 5 repetitions of that movement. Then I'm going to transition into what I call breathing squats or flexion extension squats. So in the bottom of the squat, I'm going to be in the very deep hole, and I'm going to kind of flex and extend my spine while taking big deep breaths just to get comfortable in that movement. Once I get done with those breathing squats, I'm going to move on to rotating squats. So as I go into the squat, I'm going to twist and turn a different direction each squat. And that's really going to help me with increasing my mobility for the movement. It's going to help with like kind of finding the end ranges of motion and just build capacity. We don't want to be so stiff and kind of like tight when we're squatting. We have to have range of motion, and we have to be able to get into that deep hole. So after I get done with that whole sequence, I'll go ahead and knock out another 5 reps of just regular barbell empty loaded squats. Once I get done with that, I feel ready to approach my workout. If my workout's going to be a heavy set of 3 for the day, let's call it 285 pounds, I'm going to go ahead and start at 50% of that load. So my first set of warm-up reps will be 50%. I'll do 5 reps there. I'll move on to 65% of my expected load for the day. I'll do another 5 reps there. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 3 reps at 80%. And then 1 at 90%. So, and that's all of the number that I assume that I'm going to hit for the day. So if I think I'm going to do 285 for 3 reps, I'm going to do a set of 5 at 145. I'm going to do a set of 5 at 185. I'm going to do a set of 3 at 225. And then I'm going to do 1 final rep at 255, really just to prime my central nervous system, let myself know that shit's about to get heavy, and be prepared to move that heavy load. And then I'm going to go ahead and knock out my set of 3 or my multiple sets of 3 at that time. That's how I'm going to approach every single time that I squat from now, probably until the day that I stop squatting.